And Chess.com is here with Grandmaster Rustam Kasimdzhanov in his very first classical game ever against Magnus Carlsen in a battle of world champions. How was the experience overall?
Well, I was very excited before the game. Somehow, I've played chess for a very long time, and I've played them all. I mean, you name them, I've played them. I played Kasparov, I played Karpov, Vichy, Topalov, Kramnik countless times, yeah? But Magnus somehow became very strong already after I became less active and kind of disappeared from top tournaments. So I never played a classical game against Magnus, which is weird, yeah? So I was kind of excited and I wanted, to play a good game. But I also didn't want to do anything silly. But okay, he played the game very provocatively in the beginning and I kind of got excited. I thought my position is really very strong. But then, okay, Magnus is Magnus, so he started putting up a lot of resistance and then I realized I was not better even. It got very complicated and I actually think I must have been seriously better at some point, but time was a factor and I started missing some things and at the end I even had to defend accurately in order not to lose.
Yeah, the opening was a surprise to, I'm guessing you, a surprise to everybody else. You played the Nimzovich, and in the opening it almost felt like you were playing a King's Indian with almost 2 extra tempos, a Petrosian-type system. Is that why you felt like you must have had the advantage, all those extra moves?
Well, I know that these extra moves, not necessarily mean so much because it's a different structure. He hasn't played e5, he hasn't played c5, so I cannot really claim this, because he gets a lot of this pawn breakthrough, c6, e6. But kind of, yeah, I mean, he wanted to wind me up, of course, yeah. I mean, knight e6 was played against me by Hikaru back in the day, and he did wind me up, and I did lose that game. So, no, I realized something like this would happen. But yeah, he did get me excited and got me ambitious, so he actually fully fulfilled his task by playing knight c6, and well, the rest of the game was just a battle. Yeah.
Yeah, so after he played the Tiger Modern as black, and now he played knight c6 on move 1, I'm not sure if you were expecting that move, but you were expecting something provocative, it sounds like.
Well, I mean, I was absolutely sure I would never guess what he's going to do, and even if I prepared for 100 years, I wouldn't have guessed what he did. So I spent like 10 minutes preparing for today's game, and then he decided to call it a day.
And you are a veteran, you've played all those other world champions. Was it any different playing against Magnus? And did Fabiano talk to you about what it's like playing against Magnus?
Well, I mean, Fabi didn't tell me anything because, I've seen him play Magnus countless number of times, but yeah, it is different in a way that, once I got this slightly worse position in the endgame, I thought, oh my God, he's going to torture me forever. Which is the feeling I maybe don't have with other players, and not quite as much, yeah?
Right.
And so there is this certain feeling of impending doom, yeah? That, okay, once you are worse, then he will just have you at some point, yeah? So I was very concerned once the Rook game started looking dangerous, so I tried to stay very precise, because I know that once this machine starts working, there is no stopping it, yeah? So in this way, it is a bit different. I think against any other player, I wouldn't be as concerned, yeah?
Do you get nervous watching Fabiano, and do you think he got nervous watching you today?
I don't think he got nervous. No, I think his nerves are strong. Yeah, whether he gets nervous, then definitely not because of my game. But when I watch him play, especially, sometimes when things don't go well, yeah, I do get nervous. Yeah.
And you've worked with Anand, you've worked with Karyakin, now you're working with Fabiano. Tell us what makes him, let's not say better, certainly not that, but what makes him different than some of the other players you've worked with?
Well, I think as opposed to the two you've named, his main successes must definitely be in the future. So we are working towards most ambitious goals, and hopefully one day we'll get there.
And I looked at your schedule. You haven't played much in 2017, as you said, maybe some Bundesliga games, but tell us why that is.
Well, it's very difficult to combine serious coaching and playing, but I do feel that I am a bit happier when I play chess, like the game today, playing against the world champion, against the strongest player maybe in history, is something that really gets me excited. So in the future, I actually will probably play more.
And when it comes to your relationship with Fabiano, we were joking this morning about whether or not he would actually prepare you, but it sounds like, based on what we've talked about, that didn't actually happen.
Well, as I told you, I spent about 10 minutes preparing for today's game, and mainly my time here is spent with Fabi's preparation. And once we're done with that, there is really not much time left. But as you said, yeah, I've been around and I don't have to prepare for a few hours to actually be able to play chess.
Well, fantastic. You're still tied with the lead because board 2 was also a draw. So Rustam Kasimdzhanov, 3.5 out of 4. The veteran is playing very well here in the Isle of Man. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.